Yes. Okay. Welcome everybody. Good morning. Good evening. Now we should start. Okay. Welcome to everybody. Good evening. Good morning. It is power cut over here. That's why no connection. The mobile only mobile network is doing. So we were discussing uh, Chinese, and last time we discussed the color therapy, Shushut Rang Chikitsa. Now we are just at the end of our Chinese acupressure course. One single point treatment is also there in Chinese system, in Chinese therapy. So Purva ma'am is welcome.
Sir, will you be able to share the screen or because I don't have. So you are muted.
Yeah, she's welcome. She is welcome. So, and in our Ayurvedic, we are to discuss the 10 organ system, the 10 dravya, rather dravya system, Mahabhut system. So I just hand over to Purva Baheti for her discussion, and I can share now. It's okay.
Hi all. Hope you are getting something from this therapy and applying some points. So we'll do this 1 point therapy treatment today. So it is the thing in which in 1 point only how to treat the diseases or some problem elements. This it's like this. So we'll just discuss about this.
पूर्वा ये बाद में ठीक हो गया, शुरू में गड़बड़ है जी.
First of all, it's ache or something pain. If you see something pain or something like this, muhase means ache means something like this. We have some boils in our face now. Due to aging, generally the kids in their teenage time, they are having some aging problem, like they have some boils in their face or something like this. So for this, we have to sedate K2. K2 lies somewhat here because this is a kidney meridian. So K2 lies somewhat here. So we need to sedate this point. And then there is analysis that is Gant means lumps, something lumps on the joints. Joints, we are having joints. We have some lumps in the joints. At that time, we need to tone GB30. Gallbladder 30, that is, it will come somewhat like here. Gallbladder 30, we need to tone that. If we have some joint problem or something, there is some uh, lumps or something thickness in the joints and joints. We have joints in knees, thighs, and some all over there. Swelling in the glands in the neck. It's generally because of thyroid or something. We have glands over here. Thyroid gland. We are having thyroid gland now. You must have noticed some people they are having boils in that thyroid glands. They have swollen thyroid glands. If you have swollen thyroid gland, then CV19 it lies here. CV meridian for CV meridian, just put dot over here and other over here, and if we join it like this, you'll find CV meridian over here. This is the CV one point of CV meridian. In this CV9 is 19 is there. Allergies, people do have allergies from something or the other. For allergies, we need to. This is liver meridian, and this is liver 3. We need to sedate liver 3, and we need to. And this is spleen meridian. We need to sedate SP10 also for allergies. Anemia is something which you almost know what anemia is. Anemia is something which means we have less of oxygen in our body and we are not able to breathe properly. If we are having anemia in our body, we'll feel tired soon. So if we have anemia in our body, then we have to tone UB15, which is here, and UB67 also, which lies somewhat here. Here. UB67 is the starting point of UB meridian. To UB67 and UB15, we need to tone both of them. For enzymia, that is, we need to we need to tone. We need sedate liver 7. Liver is lung 7. Lung 7 is here. Enzymia is something which we are not. We don't feel like going. We are scared of going to some public places. There's some type of fear due to any no reason. So liver lung 7 is here also as per classical, and lung 7 is here also as per Biol chart. So you can see it at any of these points. So change.
Angina.
Yeah. Aphasia. It's we need to tone SI3. SI3 is here. Here in SI meridian is this as per Biol. So SI3 lies somewhat here. Here and then SI classical is. No, SI is here, and in classical, SI meridian is here. So SI3 lies here also. In classical, in the Biol, SI meridian is here. So this is SI3. Actually, I am using SI3 generally at here only, so I remembered this only. Then there's a sudden loss of voice. This might be because of heart meridian. So if we have sudden loss of mind, all of a sudden, there was some lady in our society also. She lost, she was going to speak something due to some as per allopathy doctors are saying due to some vitamins or calcium. But actually, if you sedate heart's 5 over here, heart meridian is here also. As per classical and as per Biol, it's here. Lungs, pericardium, heart meridian is here. So we need to tone sedate H5. Just a sec. Uh, just a second, because sir is not able to present and I'm also not having my book right now handy with me. Just a second.
Our problem. It is our problem.
Now, are you able to share it? Because I'm calling my book only, and I'm having PDF with me. I'm just searching it. Just a second, I'm searching it.
Okay.
मीटिंग लेफ्ट नहीं कर रही वो मैं ट्राई करी थी शेयर करना वो नहीं पा रही है वो आती नहीं है actually you must be having PDF with you all.
Yes, PDF has been given.
So I'll just tell you with my book only because I share कैसे करूँ बता मेरे पास तो है
शेयर मत करो तुम बता दो.
सर बोलो share.
बता दो.
Okay sir, I'll tell you.
अभी आ जाएगी हमारी लाइट अभी आ जाएगी. 2-4 मिनट में आ जाती. मैं शेयर
I'm
कर
there
दूंगा
now.
तुरंत. शेयर हो रहा है वो हो नहीं पा रहा.
Share मुझसे सर I'll learn it. I'm not that good tool for that. Okay, the thing is we were there. Swollen glands, stomach, wheel lug to lymph glands. Page number 18. Just open this. So if we have lymph glands, we need to sedate P7. As per classic, as per we all, P, P is pericardium. Pericardium is lungs. Pericardium is this meridian. So in pericardium, P7 lies somewhat here because it's having 9 points. First point is here. Pericardium 9 is here. 7 will be somewhat here, and 6, 8 will be here, and 7 is here. So we need to sedate pericardium 7 as well as we need to sedate liver also. So liver is here. This is the liver meridian. So we need to sedate liver also. Liver 1, liver is here. Lungs, liver is this one meridian, and this is 1, 2, and 3. This is liver 3. So we need to sedate liver 3 and our pericardium 3 also. Okay. Now this is tumor. Tumor is something which we are having problem or something like this. Tumor is something lumps which we are having in our body. This is called tumor. Tumor is something which is a bigger person, having more problems. So what? This is CV4. On this, today only we learn it. On this line of our hands, if you look at this line of our hand, there's one lifeline in our hands, and we start from here. And if we touch this at this line, this is CV4. Can you see this? Am I visible? See, I just show you. This point is CV4. If we join this gap with this line, this is CV4, and this is very useful point. And this all is a CV meridian. CV1 lies here, and CV4 lies here. So CV4 we need to sedate as well as CV12. CV12 is here. This is the back shoe point of stomach also. The front shoe point of stomach also. If we have any problem with stomach, then also we need to sedate. But there also we need to treat CV12. CV12 is like somewhat here. CV meridian start from here and go straight till here. So this is CV4, 12. So we need to see both of them if we have some tumor type problems. And if we have some poplets, adhesions, then we need to sedate UBs 55. UB is this meridian. We all know. As per classical. As per we all. Classical to will have this point at legs only. So, but as well, we all, UB is here. So we need to sedate UB for 55, which is here. UB meridian is having 67 points. So 67 lies here and 55 lies here only. Swelling or tumor in neck. As I told you, tumor in neck. This is neck portion. If we have some tumor or some problem here, then what we'll have to do, we'll sedate to GB 20, gallbladder 20. This is here. You need to sedate GB 20. If we have some gallbladder problem, neck problem, as neck miss swelling or something, we have the gallbladder 20. It lies here only. Just, just at this joint. Just joint. Okay. Now aging. This is we all need to work. We no one wants to get aged. So to reduce aging problem, what we need to do, we need to tone ST36. ST36 is somewhat we can make marvelous point. We use in what many protocols we use any stomach related problem and lots of problem. We will find ST36 as in the protocol most of the time. And ST36 is the you just see this is the middle line, this is the starting line, and this is the line, and just above this joint. This is the joint just above this joint, there is ST36. You'll find pain over here. Just draw this line and just ask a magnet above, half magnet above this joint. This joint, half magnet above this joint. You will find ST36. So this is ST36. So we generally, I to generally put methi over there. Blindly I put methi because it's very, if I have pain in my stomach or something, then I put methi on ST36. Affectionations in eyes, nose, or some these all areas. Then we need to sedate GB20 again. So see, GB20 is also used here also. This again GB20 is coming.
Which number?
Sorry, page
Which
number 20.
number I'm sharing?
Page number 20. Alcoholism. For alcoholism or some addiction, it's been told by gurus that if person wants to leave that problem, addiction, then only these points work. Otherwise, these don't work. So for alcoholism, if you want to reduce the consumption, you are addicted to alcohol. And if you want to reduce its consumption, then we need to sedate ST35, 45. ST45 is the middle point of is the dryness point of stomach. So for ST and the stomach is having 45 points only. So it's the starting point of the stomach meridian, which is here. Okay, actually I'm having a problem. It's towards this side, towards the index finger side. This is the starting point of stomach meridian also. In foot also you'll find this stomach ST45. This is the starting point of stomach meridian, you'll find it. So we need to sedate this to reduce the reduce the addiction to alcohols or any other addiction also you can use this. Chronic alcoholism means a person is having alcoholic from a long time. So for this we need to sedate 25 CV6. That is CV4. I told you CV4 is here. 2 magnet below between this line and this line. You'll find CV6. We have 2 lines in our hands like this line and this line. Between these 2 lines, you'll find CV6. Okay. Allergy, I told you. Wait, we need to, sir, we can turn the page also now. Angina. Arthritis, we were to do.
Hypertension.
Hypertension, there's hypertension. So page number?
I'm sharing it.
Yeah, okay.
32, 31,
Yeah,
30.
hypertension. Hypertension means low BP. Hypertension means high BP. Hyper means anything which is hyper means low. Hyper means something high. So hypertension is low BP. For low BP, what we need to do? This is heart. This is heart meridian and this is heart meridian. This is this is heart and this is pericardium. And so we need to tone pericardium 9. P9 is the tip of this point because pericardium is having 9 points only. So we need to tone P9 for low BP, I'm telling you, and tone H7. H7 lies somewhat here only at this joint. H7 lies here, and as per classical, H7 lies here. H7 lies here as per classical, and as per Biol, H7 lies at this joint because this is the heart meridian. So H7 lies here, so we need to tone H5 and H7. And for hypotension, I told you in last class also that we need to put blue color if we are having high BP over here. So we need to sedate this point if we are having high BP problem. This GB20 you can find it out, and I told you that yesterday also at this point we need to put nail blue color or black color just below this nail. And bones fracture or something like this. If we are having fracture bone problem, we are having weak bones or something like this, then we need to sedate GB3. GB3 lies here. Just put your one finger over here and just do it like this. So, no, 3 fingers. This. So this is GB4. This point is GB4. Our magnet above is GB3. You just take your 3 fingers like this, put it here, and just mark it like this. So this point is GB4 and GB3 lies a bit ahead of this. This is here. So we need to sedate GB3. At the same time, we are having one more point, UB17. We need to tone UB17 also. That's a bone meeting point also. And rackets, if we are having racket problem, that is that this was we are having a small bone problem. But if the bone problem is very cute, but the bones are very weak, very weak, I must tell you, then we need to sedate SP5 also. So spleen meridian is this. This is spleen meridian. So SP5 lies here. This is the earth point of spleen meridian. So we need to sedate SP3 5 also. No, this is not the spleen. This is not the earth point. We need to sedate SP5 also. SP3 is earth point. Arthritis at foot. Matlab, if we are having a joint problem, especially at our foot point, that are at our toes and ankle, then we need to tone UB67. That is the starting point of UB meridian. UB is here. UB67 is the starting point of UB meridian. UB meridian is having 67 points only. So this is the tip at just below this nail. This is UB67. This union of bones and muscles means the bones are not coordinating with the muscles, because if we are having this problem, you will have pain as well as you will have some cracking sensation in our bones also at the joints. If you are having this coordination between muscles and bones, then you will have a cracking sensation because muscles will not work with the bones. So when you are moving your head, when you're moving your legs or hands at joints, you will feel a cracking sensation over there. So if you're having then you need to sedate SI3. SI3, as I told you, SI3 as per classical, it's here. And as per Biol, it's SI meridian is this, towards this finger. Yeah, it's this. So we need to tone SI3 here. See, tone SI3, it's over here. It's over here as per Biol. As per classical, it's here. Between these two points.
Don't take all points.
Sorry, sir?
Some important points should be discussed.
Yes, sir. I don't know.
Only yes,
Breathlessness.
acute dyspnea.
Yeah, breathlessness. I'm telling. That's what I was telling. Breathlessness.
Oh,
Point number 22. Breathlessness. We are
yes.
not able to walk properly. We are feeling tired when we are walking. Then at that time we need to tone pericardium 9. Pericardium 9 is also very good point because it's the point of breath. As I told you yesterday, also the pericardium is a brain meridian. So P9 is the wind point of pericardium meridian, which is here. That P9 should be visible when you are looking at this finger. It should be at the tip. It should not go like this, that you have to see it like this. It should come in front only like this. So
Hmm.
this is P9.
The
Every
last
every all points should be visible from when you are putting your hand like this. It should be visible from here, and uh, every yin meridian point should be visible from here, and every yang point meridian should be visible. It should not come in between these joints or somewhere. Ki you need to do something like this to check that, because this is yin yang border. So no point should come at yin yang borders.
acute dyspnea. Acute
Yeah,
dyspnea
okay.
is shown here.
Acute dyspnea is that you are not able to walk at all. Matlab, it's like the problem is exaggerated. So in that case, you need to sedate CV14. CV14, I'll tell you how to locate CV14. You just put it here. This is the backshoe point of heart also. So what will this no, at this you will find a groove at the end. If you start your point like this from here, and if you start point here like this, it will stop here only exactly at here, this point. And you'll find a small pain over here also. So this is CV14. You need to sedate CV14. CV14 is also a very good point as it's the backshoe point of heart also. So you need to sedate this if you are having acute dyspepsia. Okay.
Coldness,
Coldness now. I was also feeling coldness.
coldness,
Coldness
coldness.
means coldness means you are feeling we are feeling very cold, and this is point for fever also. If you are having fever, and also it will not get you relief from the fever, but it will help you in getting the bear it properly. Matlab, you will not get that problems of fever. You just turn your hands, thumb like this, and there is a groove over here. And if you turn it like this, you'll fold it like this, you'll find a groove over here. This groove, it's CV14, GV14. And black, if you tone it or you put the black color over here, it will help you in this coldness and in fever also. We generally put this to get a relief, a bit relief for fever. This Li4 is this very good point. If you put pressure on this, it will get you relief from fever also. I tried it on my son also. This liver one, Li1, liver 4. Sorry, I tried it for my son also. He was having fever and medicines were not helping me. So I just pressed it and I got a relief.
SP, SP1 sedation.
Sorry,
Next point.
30 phase. So you tell me the phase number. Yeah.
Page,
FP
page number
sedation.
37. 37.
Yeah. If you're having shivering problem now,
Yeah,
banna you think. If you're having shivering problem, generally you at your countries you must be having because of there the climate is too cold or something like this. So if you're having shivering problem, then you spleen. Spleen 1. Spleen 1 is this. This is the starting point of spleen meridian. SP1, you need to sedate this point. This point you need to sedate. This is, or you can put green color also because spleen ka, nahi, not green color. Spleen 1 ka color. So you need to
yeah,
sedate SP1.
SP1 sedation, sedation
So
not
इसका brown
green,
color होगा ना sedation.
just brown.
You need to sedate this point. If you're having shivering problem, because of cold you are shivering, then you need to do this.
And more
And if
shivering
you're
than
having
sea.
acute shivering problem, then
Yeah, yeah.
CV9. That I told you CV12 is there a bit above this. This is CV9. You need to sedate CV9 and tone CV6. I told you CV6, the location of CV6 right now only. Between these two lines. These two lines in our hand, that's CV6. You need to tone CV6 and sedate CV9.
CV6 is the energy point. CV6 is energy point, and CV9 is the water point. That's why they are just sedating CV9, and they are just toning CV6. It is energy point. So we you need energy for at that time. So we have to tone CV6. At the same time, we have to reduce the water element in our body, so that shivering should be lesser than that. Okay. Now
Yes,
come
sir.
to other one. This
Cough
ear,
was constipation and cough. Page number 38.
ear. This one. This ear problem 38 point 45, page number 45.
Yeah, I'm opening that. And then there is a, sir, page number 38. It was constipation and cough also.
Oh, page number 38.
Ear problem. If you're having problem in your ears, some insect or something like this, as I told you, this you put black color on ear like this over here also yesterday. But as per this also, we need this. I told you CV6, CV6 is the we need to tone CV6 if we are having ear problem also. Okay, and if you
Energy,
are having
because of
this is
energy
energy
problem.
point actually. CV6 is energy point. You note it down somewhere.
Yeah.
If you are tired, if you are coming from trip or something and you are tired, then also you just tone CV6 and CV4 together. It will get you relief from your tiredness also. Yesterday I learned this.
Hmm.
So if you have CV4, I told you it's on the Rekha, and CV6 is two magnet below CV4. That is CV6. Okay. And if you are having hearing, very hard hearing problem, that you are not able to hear at all, then you need to sedate TW10. That is here at this joint. Okay.
41, 40, page number 47, 41 number.
Yes, sir. And if you have eyes problem, cataracts problem, generally we find some of the other person with cataract problem. It's very common nowadays. So at this point, we need to sedate tones SI. This is SI meridian. This side is the SI meridian towards big, big finger. So as SI, it's SI7. It's here. We need to tone SI7. Yes, exactly. Okay. We need to tone. This is SI meridian. It starts from one and ends over here. And in this also you find somewhat here SI meridian. SI7 you will find somewhat here. नहीं, I don't
And
know.
for
You'll
cataract.
find somewhat here.
Hmm.
Cataract. For
Cataract.
cataract, you need to again energy point. See, just note, just check how many times we are using CV6. CV6 is a marvelous point. The way I told you, ST36 is a marvelous point, and the same way CV6 is also a marvelous point. You will find it in many protocols. So if we take just CV6 also, then also we will have the a bit problem solution from cataract, which is acute one, chronic one, I must say, chronic one.
The
So
reason of
please, no, no, निकालिए
the
ना.
reason, the reason of cataract is also stomach heat. So water take intake should be at least normally at least should be 3 liters per day. The water content as well as liquid content should be at least 3 liters per day, 24 hours. Okay. Now come to this one,
Sir,
uncontrolled
page number
teething.
38.
Pardon?
Page number 38.
Page number 38.
Yeah, we are having constipation and cold over there.
Okay, yes, 38, 37, 38. Yes, it
Yes,
is
sir,
there.
I studied only.
It is there.
Cold and cough. Constipation was there. Yeah, constipation. You can see constipation now. For constipation, this is actually we are having problem of this very frequently. Constipation is most of us are suffering from this. So for constipation, it's a stomach meridian. We'll use stomach meridian here. 45 is the starting point of stomach meridian, and 42 is somewhat here. 42, it will tone, so sedates 42, ST 42, then it will get you relief from stomach constipation problem. This is here, just above this joint. This is a joint, one magnet above this joint. You'll find ST 48, 42. Then cold. Cold means you're having cold and cough. Cough, we are having continuous cold and cough. Then at that point, you need to tone GV10. GV10 you'll find at two places. At this groove, if you just fold your hands like this, you'll find at this line, you'll find a groove over here. At the middle of this area, you'll find a groove over here. Yeah. You just fold it, you'll find a groove over here. This is GV10. So GV10, you can use it here also. At the same time, you have to use either of them. You can't use both of them at the same time. Either of them, yeah, this is GV10. and here also it's here. If you put a dot over here and you start a dot over here, you'll find a groove here also. So this is GV10. Either of them you can use. If you are having cold, you need to tone this. If you are having cold and cough problem, सर chronic cough में बता दूं?
नहीं आगे आगे just आगे
Okay. Yes, sir.
now I'm coming to oh, yes this one just 44 53 page number 44 female
Yeah,
problem.
okay, sir. Female disease problem. If you're having female disease problem, some lease problem or something like this, then you're having menstrual cycle problem or something like this, then you need to sedate SP. That's a spleen meridian, the SP4. It's just SP5 is here. It's just SP5 is at a joint. One dot above, one magnet above, you'll find SP4. You need to sedate SP4 if you are having, because the spleen meridian, it passes through this अपना urinary yeah, uterus and all, it passes to uterus. So if we sedate this spleen meridian here, SP4, it will help us to get relief over there.
For fibroid CV4
After
tonification.
fibroid also, na? Yeah, sure. For fibroids, which we generally uterus में we are after some but age, mostly ladies some ladies are having the problem of fibroids in uterus. So for this, again, this you CV4. This is the energy point. We need to tone this CV4. I told you at this line. You just join this line from this line. You'll find CV4 here exactly at this point. We need to tone this.
Problems of pregnancy canine tonification page number 55.
Yeah. Problem if the lady is having pregnancy, sir, ये conceive में problem है या pregnancy में problem है?
हाँ pregnancy problems है
So
pregnancy की
if the lady is pregnant and she is having a problem, मतलब
yes that is that after pregnancy
yeah, वो है क्योंकि अभी
after
अच्छा
conceiving
after pregnancy, if the lady is having problem, then
yeah
we need to tone K9. K9 is
virtually for the just
this
just
is
tell
kidney meridian.
virtually tell them
Yeah, generally we have been told that we should not
not
treat.
no not that
No,
they should use during pregnancy they should use methi seed in finger
अच्छा,
number 1 2 according to month.
yeah, वो मैं बता देती हूँ. So at K9 we need to K9 is some K10 is here exactly where I have already put it, but that color because it's a K10 color in India right now. I've already put it black color here. So it's just above this, that is K9. And in pregnancy we don't try not to put say magnets, we try to put methi or seeds at that time. And in Ayurvedic acupressure also you must have been told about the months and the treatment, that this is finger number is 1 has been used for the first month, finger number 2 is used for second month, finger number 3 is used for third month, 4 for fourth month, fifth for fifth month, sixth for sixth month, seventh for seventh month, and eighth for eighth month, and ninth for ninth. This is ninth for ninth month. And if the lady is having a problem during pregnancy, and we need to know which month is there. At, at that month finger, if she is having fourth month right now going on, fourth month as per doctors, it must be somewhat 16 weeks or above. That is fourth month as per doctors, because we consider 4 weeks a month. So 16, it's if our 16 agar, then this is finger number 4. We just need to twist it. We don't put methi or something, we just twist it at fourth month. And this is first 10 days, this is second 10 days, and this is third 10 days. Matlab from 1 to 10 days, this point, Vat point, for 10 to 50, 20 days, with joint, from 20 to 30 days, that is cuff joint. We just need to twist it to give her relief. And it really works. You see?
Yes.
Tell me which one?
Yes. आगे
Menopause,
बढ़े आगे, हाँ यस, आगे बढ़े।
55 page number. Hmm.
हाँ, चल रहा, आगे चले।
Sir, menopause बता रही हूँ. I'm telling you menopause.
हाँ ठीक, बताइए।
This is C meridian. I told you this. This is C meridian. So this is fourth point of C meridian. This is fourth point. This is first point. There are 3 points over here. One, two, and 3 point lies here. Just divide this, and this is 2 point, two number point. See, this is two number point. If the lady is having menopause problem, which is generally which the lady generally suffers after 45 to 50 years of age, then at this point you need to sedate this CV2. Okay, sir.
Yeah. There are lot of
There
disease.
are lots of these things, and there's an index at the front also. You can search the disease and you'll find the problem, and it really works. These points for high BP, I myself is using. I'm not using any medicine for high BP, hypertension. I'm the patient of hypertension. I don't use any medicine now. I just put the colors, and that gave me relief. It takes 1 day for me, but I get the leaves. And before and when I was having a problem, after getting relief also, I was very dull. But now I'm not that dull. Also, it's really helping me also.
Hyperacidity, CB5 sedation, page number 69,
Page number
68,
बोलो sir.
68, 68,
हाँ.
page number 68.
Because if the thing is,
Hyperacidity.
yeah, okay, I'll tell you. Hyperacidity means acidity. Acidity. We all know what it is. Acidity. Hyperacidity is someone is starting vomiting also, and continue. He's having a burning sensation and throat, esophagus, and esophagus and throat. He is having continuous burning sensation. Then at this point, we need to tone GB40. This is GB at this joint. Middle line at this joint. This is GB40. We need to tone GB40 for hyperacidity problem. And for the chronic gastritis also, we need to select UB21. This is here. UB21 is here. We need to tone UB21 if we are having chronic gastritis problem. Gastritis means continue we are having burps, coming out burps, and the person is not getting relief from that. Then we need to tone this UB21. Hy- the hyperacidity is CV5. 4 is here, CV5 is here. Between CV6 and CV4, this is CV5. Just below CV4. Okay. You must be having Biol chart with yourself also. Now you can check that Biol chart also, and it will help you in that also. It's in this book also.
Then stenosis, this one, heart,
Hmm?
54 heart, page number
Page
75,
number 4.
page number 75.
Yeah. Heart problem, heart pain. We generally find heart pain also. If we are having heart pain, then also energy point, this CV4, we need to sedate it. And if we find someone is having a heart problem, when we find it's some extreme time, it's really tried and tested point, which I've been taught by gurus. If we feel that the person is about to get heart attack, and we need a time to take him to the doctor. At this time, this is our heart meridian's first point. H9 is this point. We all know H9 is this point. Either you bite it too heavily with your mouth, or you just pinch it and let the 2-3 drops of blood come out of this. It will give you time. It will give the time to that person so that we can take him to the doctor. So at this point, we need to press it with all our energy. I must say, you with all our energy, we just cut it between our teeth. It will give us the time. It will give us the time to take that patient to the doctor. In our heart attack problem, it's a chronic. It's been taught to us. If you're having this problem, you just do it.
Tachycardia, tachycardia,
Yeah, tachycardia.
Tachycardia,
Tachycardia
55.
is the disease.
Hmm.
So, बोलिए.
Okay, 55 point number.
Yeah, point number is H7 and P H7 and P7. H7 is, as I told you, heart meridian. This is H7 and this is P7. H7 and P7, we need to sedate both of them. Is tachycardia is the thing when the person is having some pulse problem, its pulse are not working that properly, then it's a tachycardia. And bradycardia is also there when the pulse rates are not that proper. There's a gap between unrhythmic pulse rates, then it's a tachycardia and bradycardia. There are two points of disease in this. So in bradycardia, we need to tone these two points, and in tachycardia, we need to sedate these points. H7 and P7.
This
Vomiting in children, sir.
yeah, infant
Page
disease.
number 83.
Page number 83, I think.
Yeah. If the child is vomiting, matlab it's he's not able to digest something or something like this, then we need to tone. We need to generally we in kids we don't tone or sedate. We just put methi seeds there only because the child is very small till 14 years. We don't would try not to put magnets. If possible, we use colors, but we don't try. We tried avoiding magnets if the child is very small because the magnets have intensive energy in them. So at say T7, T9, T19 towards the finger side, we need to put methi over here. Okay. So there
39.
was one point. मेरे को वो याद पेज नंबर नहीं मिला, that traveling sensation and all. I just check that.
Hypersomnia, insomnia, page number 86.
Yeah. Insomnia, we all know what insomnia is. The person is not able to sleep. He is laying down, he is waiting for sleep, and the sleep is not coming, he is having problem. In insomnia, as per Ayurvedic acupressure, this is gallbladder meridian number 3, finger number 3, Vata joint, this is gallbladder meridian, gallbladder organ. I will put methi seeds here. This is also very effective one because the gallbladder meridian is it's moving around our heads many times. So this is also one point which we can use. And at the same time, insomnia, if the person is suffering from insomnia, it needs to sit in GV19. GV19 lies somewhat here, just below the nail, just below, touching the nail. It's GV19. We need to sedate GV19. And if the person is suffering, he is always sleepy, he's having extreme sleep, then we need to tone GV19. That's also here only. Okay. And
In
if,
old age
if it's a,
CV16.
sorry, yeah, I'm telling. If it's a acute problem, a chronic problem that the person is suffering from insomnia from long ago time, then we need to tone CV6. I told you CV6 location just below the CV4 is CV6. We need to tone CV6 and CV12 also because the CV12 is the stomach point. Because of insomnia, the person might be, he must be having some problem in stomach. That's why he's having insomnia problem. So CV12 is there. We need to tone CV12, and at the same time, we need to tone CV6 also. It's here. So CV6 has been used here also. And at after some age, if the person is not having able to sleep, then also we need to use CV12 or 6 only. And you can use one more point at this also, that is lever 10. You can sedate lever 12. Then this is here. If you are having, you are fed up, ki, I'm not able to sleep at all, then lever 10, you need to sedate lever 10 here also. Okay. So 159, 49, there's a point.
Hmm. Okay.
So
Okay.
149 पे तो चले.
Page number
149 पे traveling sickness, car sickness and all that.
140.
9.
Oh,
उस टाइम भी हो रहा है तो 149 पे traveling sickness.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Book is long enough just to.
नहीं,
Yes.
traveling sickness बता देते बस, that's it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if you are having traveling sickness, see it's there 149 page number. There are three types of traveling sickness. If you are at mountain, if you are in sea, and if you are going by car also, there are three types of traveling sickness. So if it's a mountain, that means there's something problem with the oxygen level and the breathing problem. At this point, what we need to do is we need to say GV4, GV12. GV12, as I told you, GV12 is like a bit here only. GV11, I told you this is GV11 point. It's just above that is GV12. You need to select GV12 if you are having the traveling sickness because of mountain. If you are at mountain area, matlab, if the problem is with your breathing and some problem, then we need to select GV12. And if you are in sea, matlab, water sickness, generally we call it water sickness, then we need to sedate CV14. CV14, I told you, just move your hands from here till here. And from here till here, you'll find a groove over here. Just this groove, this point is CV14. This is the backshoe point of heart also. We need to sedate this if we are having a water sickness problem. And car sickness, that if you are traveling by car because of motion, you are having problem. If you are moving in the car, that means due to motion, you are having some problem of sickness. You are having some sickness of motion. Then you need to sedate GB34. That is here. This is GB35. This is GB36, GB34. GB34 is inflation point also, na? Muscle
Yeah.
meeting point, na?
Yes. Yes. That is an Earth point rather.
It's a
GB
muscle meeting
34.
point also. GB34. We need
Yes.
to sedate this.
We have to select it, and very good, very strong point, very good point for car sickness.
Yeah, these are really very good points. These do work. These 1 point do work for the sickness also.
Hmm.
Yeah. Any
Okay. Thank you.
anything else is specific? If anybody wants to ask,
I'll stop sharing. Then you can talk to them.
now what I would suggest you is you go through this book. If you have any problem, just put it in the group. We'll help you with that. Just go through this book. There's an index also in the front of this book.